Hello Stampers, welcome to another episode of Something Else, where we stamp on something other than paper. Today's project is going to be a stamped tile coaster. This is one that I made and tested out to make sure that the technique was good. I made this one using the Baroque stamp from Stampin' Up, which is now retired. So today we're going to use the most popular Stampin' Up stamp available right now, which is the medallion stamp, as our image. You're also going to need some StazOn all-purpose cleaner, since the StazOn ink that we'll be using, as you now know, you cannot use traditional cleaner to clean your stamp after you use this solvent-based ink. We're also going to need some, those are heavy, tumble marbled tiles. These you can pick up at your home improvement store. Where I got them, they came 9 tiles to a box. And for preparing these tiles, all that I did is I went ahead and I washed them. When you get them new, they're quite chalky, and you want to get that chalk off of there. So when I brought them home, I washed them, and then I let them sit in the drain board overnight so that they could dry, and then they're all ready to go. So we're going to take one of these tiles. Oh, and the other item I should have mentioned, these are little felt pads that we're going to place on the bottom of the tile so that once this coaster is done, it doesn't scratch any surfaces that you place the tile on. So you can also buy these at your home improvement store. So we're going to take our medallion stamp and we're going to turn it over. We're going to take our StazOn. I'm going to use Jet Black. This is available from Stampin' Up. And we're just going to go ahead and ink up that stamp. So I pounce a bit, I kind of twist a bit just to ink up that entire stamp. Great. And what I found is easier. You kind of have 2 options here. You can either turn this whole stamp over onto the tile. I find it a little bit easier to actually just take your tile and stand up and place your tile just exactly where you want it on this stamp and then push. And if you stand up, you can use a lot of leverage and really push that tile right into that stamp to get a good impression. And remember, your tile is very porous. It has a lot of uneven spotted surfaces, which is fine. It's going to give this tile a really great antique look. So that's the image stamped on the tile. I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera to the 3 other tiles. Once that's completed, what you want to do is place this tile in a preheated oven at 300 degrees and leave it in there for 30 minutes to bake. That's going to seal in that ink into the tile so that we won't need to use any type of spray sealant or anything on this tile. So you're going to bake it for 30 minutes. The other thing that I found helpful is once that 30-minute time period is complete, go ahead, turn your oven off, but leave the tile in the oven while the oven cools down. So however long that takes, just go ahead, forget about them, go about your day until your oven cools, and then you'll remove the tile from the oven. I'm going to go ahead and stamp our other tiles, place these in the oven for 30 minutes, and I'll be back. Welcome back. Thanks to the magic of television, the half an hour has passed. These have been thoroughly baked, and I kept them in the oven to cool, so these are now cool to the touch. The last step we're going to do is take these little felt pads. We're just going to turn our tile over. Our tile's nice and flat, and we're just going to adhere, these are sticky, just adhere them to the 4 corners of the tile. Very, very simple. Little last touch. If you wanted, you could use a permanent marker or even a stamp with StazOn to stamp the back of the tiles, or put a personal message to the person you're making these for, if you would like, or your business information if you're planning on making and selling these tiles. And we would do this to all 4 tiles. Then what you might want to do is put them in pretty little packaging, I just went ahead and used some Stampin' Up! 5/8 inch grosgrain ribbon and created a little tag with my circle punches, and voila, you are done. I also just wanted to share with you quickly that you don't just have to stay with the black stays on ink, that you can do these in color as well. This is an example of the Baroque stamp done in a timber brown, and this is the medallion stamp yet again, but done in a green color. Just wanted to share those two with you. So that's all we have for you for today. Hope you enjoyed this project. These would make great gifts for the holidays. Very simple to make and gives that personal touch and flair. And please join me next time when we stamp yet again on something else.